A very good evening, dear listener. Welcome back to the News Hour here on Explorer Online Radio. Bringing you the 9 p.m. news is Malaika Kayesu. In our headlines, President Museveni to resume touring and inspecting the 18 zones of Uganda. Major General Geoffrey Kasigazi says Uganda police force is well equipped to handle criminality. Police arrests 11 activists in protest against corruption. FDC Amuriat punches holes in NUP leadership. And Kenya to host first ever Africa Climate Action Summit. Here's the news in detail. President Museveni confirmed that he will soon resume touring and inspecting the 18 zones of Uganda with the NRM's message of transformation through the parish development model, which comes directly under the principle number 3 of socioeconomic transformation. He said, "I have pointed out before in many writings that the society is like some of the insect species that go through a biological process known as metamorphosis, which includes the egg, caterpillar, pupa, and mature butterfly. I therefore look forward to seeing the progress on the PDM and Emyoga." In a second story, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Major General Geoffrey Kasigazi, has warned criminals that the Uganda police force is well equipped to handle any threats of criminality in the country. Kasigazi made the remarks during a joint demo exercise held by the Directorate of Counterterrorism and Field Force Unit, where police officers showcased abilities to combat terrorism and violent activities at the Chigo Marine Base in Entebbe on 27 March 2023. Police in Kampala have confirmed arrest of 11 activists that were demonstrating against corruption and the Iron Sheet scandal involving top government officials. The group, identified as the Torture Survivors Movement Uganda, staged demonstrations in downtown Kampala after the morning downpour. The Bukedya RDC Haj Imran Muluga praised government for promoting social protection programs that cater for all categories of people in Uganda. He expressed the praises on Monday while presiding over the distribution of 5 million Uganda shillings to 18 groups each in grant for people with disabilities in Kwarikwa sub-county from the Ministry of Labour and Social Development. The Kao Bukedya District Joseph Maria Mukasa said that the funds will be used to help group members to start dairy farming projects to improve their livelihood. The FDC party president Patrick Amuriat has punched holes in the leadership of the NUP party, blaming them for not offering enough direction to Ugandans outside parliament. According to Amuriat, NUP's non-parliamentarians are like chicks left in the huts of jungles by their mother. He revealed this NUP leadership decay during an interview televised by one of the local televisions on Tuesday. He said, "NUP, by the fact that it makes the majority opposition in the parliament, should provide leadership both in the August House and outside it." The NSSF Managing Director Patrick Ayota said that all employers in Uganda, irrespective of the number of workers employed, have been given 30 days to register with NSSF and remit social security contributions for their employees. Ayota told the media at Workers' House in Kampala today that employers who complete registration will not suffer any financial penalties that kicked in from January 2022 when the National Social Security Fund Amendment Act was assented by President Museveni and published in the Uganda Gazette. The Uganda National Bureau of Standards, in partnership with the African Regional Standards Organization, is hosting over 60 experts from several national standards bodies, academia, industry, and other regulatory bodies responsible for developing and harmonizing standards that are required to facilitate intra-African trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area throughout the African continent. The 3-day training, which started on 27 March 2023, is being held at Golden Tulip Hotel in Kampala under the theme, "The Standards We Want, African Union Agenda 2063 and the African Continent Free Trade Area, and the Role of Standardization and Conformity Assessment During the Journey of 41 Years. Kenya will be hosting the first ever Africa Climate Action Summit in Nairobi from 4th to 6th September 2023. The summit aims to rally the world to tackle climate changes that the least emitting continents faces. Speaking at the Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, President William Ruto stressed the need for Africa to harness its vast renewable energy resources to drive economic growth and reduce the continent's carbon footprint. President Ruto called for the partnerships to accelerate renewable energy developments across Africa, emphasizing the importance of socially and environmentally sound projects. And in our last story, 2 people were confirmed dead and 32 injured in Monday's fresh Russian missile attacks in Ukraine's eastern city of Solvesink. However, the Ukraine capital Kyiv is a little bit liberated and people can now get out and do their business, which is not the case in many other parts of the country. And in our last story, 2 people were confirmed dead and 32 injured in Monday's fresh Russian missile attacks in Ukraine's eastern city of Solvyansk. However, the Ukraine capital Kyiv is a little bit liberated and people can now get out and do other businesses, which is not the case in many other parts of the country. Thank you for listening to us here on Explorer Online Radio, the home of reliable and authentic news. Have a beautiful